Hello, everybody. How are you? How is your Friday going? How's your weather? Oh, I'm just full of questions today. I thought we'd start out with a funny. How did you start your morning? I like this dream, but it certainly isn't how my morning began. I was, I did get up early. I straightened the house. I cleaned the kitchen up because last night I forgot the rule: put it away, don't just put it down. Um, so I had a little cleanup to do. And you have to clean the house before the cleaner comes, right? It's a rule. So I did that. No laundry, no mopping, just some straightening up. And then I was gone all morning. I was out and about. So I had a good time. So how was your morning? Of course, mine started as usual. Hi Gladys, I fed Harley and Susie Cute, and I fed Rex. I want you to meet. It's not the greatest picture. He's a little shy of the camera, but this is Rex. He's a beautiful golden retriever. He is 7 years old, and I am babysitting him for 3 weeks. Started on Wednesday. He came. So he's a lovely dog. He's very well mannered. He absolutely does not know how to use the doggy door. I've tried treats. I'm trying to train him through. Hi, Jen. Good to see you. I used the command through to go through the door, and I'd lift it up, and he would tentatively go through in one direction with treats, not coming in back, not going out, but coming in. But that has not translated yet to him actually doing it on his own, to be able to go in and out and into the yard, which he enjoys. And may I say that Harley has picked up having a canine friend around. He was, since my grandpuppy Piper, who's a year older than him, died in January, Harley has been a little bit subdued. He just wants to be in the house with me. He doesn't go out in the yard very much. I mean, he goes out and he'll lay in the sun, but to go out and explore the yard and look and see other dogs walking by, he just hasn't done it. So having a canine buddy to play with or to be out with him has improved his mood. So I think that tells me that perhaps I do need to go to the Humane Society and I do need to adopt another dog. The advantage with Rex is he's not cat obsessed, and I worry about Susie Cute. Susie Cute doesn't think having, oh, hi Lori, good to see you. Yes, it's beautiful and sunny in Bellingham too. It is wonderful. Susie Cute is out and about more, and she wasn't terribly afraid of him. She hid at first and then realized he was staying, and so she'll sit on the table or the love seat and she'll watch him. But she is not entirely thrilled with the fact that we have another dog in the house. So I don't know how to keep them both happy. But I know that whatever dog I get can't be dog obsessed. A reminder about World Card Making Day. It's October 4th from 2 to 3 Pacific time, I believe. Or is that 1 to 2 Pacific time? And now I've forgotten. I'm confused. I know, it's good for Harley. And it did tell me what I needed to know, that Harley needs a companion. Not that he's a big play with other dogs, but he needs to know that someone else is out there with him. He's a goofball, but I love him. Anyway, World Card Making Day is coming up, and there's still time to get the kit. And if you would like, I happen to have the kit, and I could do an unboxing of the kit after we make our card, because the card I don't think is going to take too much time to make. I think it's pretty. Matter of fact, Lori Russell inspired me this weekend to do a little stamping and framing on pretty paper. So that's what I did. Let's see. Here I am. So anyway, it was a good weekend last weekend. We had a good time. I realized that I probably talked at a fast speed last week because I was concerned about getting everything together and packed and in the car and out. Hi, Hillary. How are you doing? Was it a good trip? Anyway, so I talked really fast and got done really quickly because I was somewhat concerned about the drive and getting up to being with my friends and getting there early enough to have a good visit and to be able to craft before heading to bed. Anyway, I made it. It was good. I don't think I forgot too much. It's really easy for me to take all my cardstock in the different colors to share with everyone because they're in file cabinets, and I have file containers that are plastic that are each one holds a drawer, so it's really easy. Oh, a good time in Reno. How was the temperature in Reno? Oh, glad it's you have the kit but haven't opened it yet. I know was feeling the same, but yet I really wanted to look at it. So I thought, well, we can look at it together. Now, let's see. I'm going to get together. Let's see. Putting my little picture on with this purple frame. I will match it today. Not matching my card perfectly, but that's okay. Here we are. I think. Hi, Janelle. Oh, it was nice of Hillary to remind you about my live. Oh, Hillary, 70s and 80s? Oh, that's good. Did you know that we had was 84 in Bellingham one day this week? Wednesday, I think it was. My goodness. Actually, to be honest, I wasn't that hot because I was very careful and I opened my windows and doors early in the day and put the fans on. And when I got to be around 2 or 3 in the afternoon, I realized I was quite cool. So I was happy. Last week's card kit, which I haven't sealed them yet, but I will before I mail them. Cindy Walker and Kat, Sarah, and Lori. Card kits for last week. So I will get them sealed. I also might double check to make sure I've got everything in them. That's why I didn't seal them. But I think everything's in them. I'll get them addressed and out. Tomorrow I'm going to be out and about, and I have a funeral to go to, a memorial service for a friend. Sadly, she had Alzheimer's and has been in an Alzheimer unit for some time. So, well, it's sad that she's not the friend I used to know, and she had to go through all of that. It's good that she's at peace, because I don't think the last few years have been easy for her. What are we making today? So, Lori, this is what you inspired me to do. This is a weird place for a bow or a ribbon, but you know, when you have a problem, there's no mistakes in card making. Sometimes bows and ribbons and embellishments and all of that go on different spots than usual. It seems I got a little bit of glue and I tried to use my glue eraser, this little rubber thing, and I was trying to get it off. It was just really easy and gentle, but this is a softer paper and it doesn't hold up well to a lot of things. So, while I like basic beige and I think it's pretty and it has its place, you don't really want to try and erase off of it. So over that little spot, I put the knot. But this is fun. I've been wanting to use the prairie grass more. I saw that and I thought that is so pretty. Oh, thank you, Gladys. So pretty. And there's just an elegance to grasses, I think. I can almost feel it blowing in the wind. So I'm going to talk about a couple of different things I did. This one, I followed the directions that I found, and I cut this to 3 by 5 inches. And I used a stamp positioner. Oh, thank you, Gladys. Oh, I guess I could use one of these cards tomorrow, couldn't I? Excellent idea. With the stamp positioner, I did the paper, then I did the card that I was going to cut out, the card base. No, I cut it out first, and then I was able to stamp on it. But I found it a little weird. I don't know how or why, but it was a little weird to get everything lined back up. So last night, Because what else are you going to do at 11:30 at night? I mean, go to sleep? I think not. I did it a little different. I cut both of these at 4 by 5 1/4, which I think worked better for lining up. It was a little bit easier, but I had to cut it down, of course. And I would have liked to have, I don't know, I just didn't quite think that was right. It was, so we're going to see if I'm right. Which ones works best? Today, I've got to do another different DSP. This is all from the Thoughtful Journey DSP. It was new last year and had all these beautiful colors and then on the back was more muted. So this is the one. That's not the one, but one of the more muted ones is going here because the front, oh, that's the back. That's the one I didn't care for. So I used the front. It's hard to always know which is the front and which is the back. Or side A and side B. So that's what I used, and I've got lots of that paper. So if I can find a big enough envelope, I will send you a full 6x6 sheet. If not, I'll just cut it down as a little bit. So today, this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4, which is a normal card front size. My basic beige is a 1/4 sheet of cardstock. So it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I don't believe I put that on correctly on the heading, the information for this. Card base, I'm going to stick with Cajun Crazee because I think it'll look fine with this. And it is just a regular side fold. I have a piece of basic beige for the inside that we'll stamp on. What did I do on this one? Yes, I stamped and put Sending Heartfelt Sympathy. I didn't get that stamp out, but I should. Now, one of the things that I found, even though my blade is cutting everything else fine, it is not cutting the basic beige smooth. So I've got a few little fluffy parts. Fluffy fuzzies. And I just kind of hold that up so I can see them, and then I trim them off with my snips. Easy peasy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Speaking of lemons, what are you drinking today? I just finished a cup of coffee, and I am now having ice water in my mug. Who answered me about how your morning went? Or if it was as good as my dream of getting so much done. Or Kermit's dream, I should say. So let's get started. Let's set this with this one. Let's see, how do I get this all on here? Kind of all on here. And still leave me room to work. Now I'm going to tell you, I'm not using this Stampin' Up. Oh, Diet Coke, I like that. Ice water for Gladys. Actually, a Diet Coke sounds really good. Every once in a while, I wish that I would buy pop. Like Coke, Diet Coke. Because I do like it once in a while, I just don't have it too often. I'm afraid if I bought it, I'd have it too often. Ooh, haircut this morning. That is cool. Trim, or did you go with a different style? I have the Misty stamp positioner. I had this before we had the Stampin' Up positioner, and once we had the Stampin' Up positioner, I used that, and I liked it, but I think the Misty does better if you're going to work in the corners. And so it's the one I was using today. I decided to mount my sentiment with my stamp, my prairie grass, and do it all at once. So let's see how that works. Last night I did not do that. Okay. Get the magnets off. I am using the lower corner to put things in. And I think I'm just going to use one magnet. Let's see. Oh, it's not going to work there. That's one thing. I cannot pick these magnets up with these nails. As much as I like my nails, there are just some things that I cannot do. Make sure this is tucked in nicely in the corner. Nice and straight. And that's going to work perfectly. So I have my memento. Oh, you just got to trim. You got to trim. A trim is good. That's what I got last time. Ooh, I should have showed you while the picture was still big. Ooh, Lori, a pedicure and a hair appointment. Oh, doesn't that sound good? I have a pedicure scheduled for next Wednesday or the Wednesday after. I'll have to check my calendar. I like pedicures. I have to find a new beautician for my hair, though. Did I tell you that? My friend Corinne had the nerve to retire. Anyway, this is the Memento ink. I bought the White Craft, uninked pad, and then I inked it not with craft ink. I inked it with Memento. I got my little re-inker out and fixed it up, and I just love the way it stamps. Now, on the Designer Series paper last night, I felt it needed to be done twice. It just needed to get a little darker, but generally speaking, I don't have to re-ink things and stamp twice. It just works beautifully. Although I did find that last night I had a big globby mess because I pressed too hard. So I'm being a little better today. Okay, so here's our stamp positioner. There's our Prairie Grass and our Sentiment from the set. Here's the set. It's got the Prairie Grass, regular grasses, another different kind of grass. And the sentiment I'm using is Sending the Healing Power of Love. But it also has My Shoulder is Yours, So Very Sorry, Sometimes Life is Just Hard, isn't that the truth? And You're Not Alone, I'm Here for You. I might actually use that one for the inside today. I'm leaving that open. I am taking off the sentiment because I don't need that on my... And I think I'll put it on a block just to keep it out of the way until I have time to clean it. Look at that. Oh, I did get black on me. Oh well. Use a little bit of my sanitizer. See if I can get that off. Or enough off so it doesn't get on anything. Oh, hi Sarah, good to see you. You spent the morning in Linden, which is always fun. Okay, we'll pull this off. Isn't that pretty? I love that paper. I loved it when it came out, and I still love it. Okay, now this is a little bit bigger, but I'm still going to use the corner. And we're all going to hope everything works out right. Inking it up again. So there we go. A nice little press. And I think because it's not as dark on the beige, that I will do a second one. I do love having a stamp positioner, and I know that the Stampin' Up! One is great. Oh, you ordered while they were on sale. Oh, that was my question I was going to ask everybody. So what do you think? What did you order for the stamp sale? That was a great sale. And I had a cart started, but when I looked at it, I hadn't ordered any stamps. So I didn't shop the sale this time. But what did everybody get? Because I do love a good sale. To clean off the stamp, it's pretty easy just to take your chamois out and rub it. Okay. Get that out of the way. Oh, I should take this. Yes? Yes. Grab this. This is what I'm using on the inside. We'll stamp that in a minute, but first, I'm going to close this before I make a mess and bring out the Sentimental frames. Sentimental framing. Got these cute littler ones, but this is what I want. I want the largest. And because it's large, I'm going to need to go over to the... Oh, Gladys, you didn't order anything? Oh, this is a great stamp set. I do like it. And I am going to put this... We have some leeway. I definitely want... I think maybe just centering it. So where's it going to hit? It's going to hit about here because it's a little shorter. It's a 1/4 inch shorter in width. Okay, I'm going to go over. I'm going to cut this out. While I do that, chat a little bit. Oh, Sarah, you did the Memento ink pad too. It is so much easier to use. Hillary, you got 3 sentiment stamp sets for the holidays. Yes, it was fun. I like prairie grass. And yet, even though I knew I wanted to order it, and I ordered it early, it took me a while to actually use it. Okay. I should show you my brand new plates. I treated myself to brand new plates. Ah, Sarah, Jolly Holly stamp set. That's a good one. Anytime you can get something on sale, it's great. Here is the inside because I had it done. I stamped it before I cut it out. I can now use this on another card. So this is going to go into my save pile. And a little trick with the Sentimental frames, it's the end hole that lets you get your frame out. Now, I'm going to tell you, there's some poking with most of the little chads stay in here, although some do stay. Actually, this is the first time I've had this many stay. Sometimes it comes out with just like 1 or 2 little chads left in. Now, in the card kits for next week, I can guarantee you that I am not going to poke these out. So you'll have a little bit of work to do. That's not too bad. Sometimes I can see better from the back side. Do you ever find that? That it's easier to see them? And then they sometimes get kind of hung up, so I just use my nail to scrape them off. Let's clean those up. And see how many really make it into the garbage. Now I'm going to have to cut this down, but I just want to look at it. Oh, I like this. I think this is going to work well. I think I like this one better. So I'm going to take a little bit off the side. Just a tiny bit of trimming. Like 1/4 inch off the sentiment side. And maybe 1/8 of an inch off the bottom. And 1/8 of an inch off the top. So it's now cut down to 4 by 5 1/4. No, 3 3/4 by 5. What is it? Yep, it's just about 3 3/4 by 5. And the way I put it on, I've done it 2 ways now. I think I'm going to go use glue. I think that worked pretty well last night. Just drops of glue. And remember, if this starts to dry, it's okay because our glue stays tacky when it's dry. Last night I went up too far. And so this is tacky around the edges. So I put the dimensionals on it. Oh, lap confetti, I like it. That does really describe it well. So I'm just dotting what I think will be okay. And if it's not, it's okay because if it has a little stickiness around the edge. But by doing it that way, I've got an area where I can hold it. Having it squish out the holes, which that was my first night, the first one I made, it squished out the holes. Which is why I had the glue mess and had to improvise the bow in a weird place or the knot in a weird place. Okay. Just a little adjustment here, and I think we've got it. So it's a little bit of fussy, but well worth the effort. And I did a better job on the glue. I could have cut a little more off this side. But isn't that pretty? I like it. Oh, so Janelle, you got this stamp sets of the Prairie. Oh, extra acrylic blocks. That is a good idea. And a new Stampin' Pierce mat. Well, I didn't think about the Stampin' Pierce mat. I have to. I'm fine. Besides, the sale's over. Let's just take and get some dimensionals on this. Oh, well, that was good. Gluing dimensionals to dimensionals. There's a smart one. Oh, yes, the DSP started out at 4 by 5 1/4 and ended up 3 inches by, I think it was about 5 1/8. But I like, really do, oh, maybe that's probably enough. I know I always overdo dimensionals, so I don't need to do that, right? Because it is, oh, that one's off. Because it's a sympathy card, I decided that I didn't need to put Wink of Stella on it. It was hard. May I say, it was very hard. Oh, yes, the new one will come and the old one will suddenly appear, miraculously. It's crazy how that happens. I think that's about centered. I also didn't put gems on it. What do you think? Does it need gems? I'm really not happy with that. That bothers me. It's annoying. I won't be giving that one. I will find something else, some other way to fix that. Yeah. I grabbed this basic beige ribbon that was sitting over on my shelf. It is basic beige, and it just says it is the classic ribbon. So it's a nice one that I think it's going to tie nice. Maybe I'll try a bow instead of a knot. Because it needs something more. Oh, look at that pretty purples there. This should be pretty flat. Yeah. Let me just... I love having a bow jig. Oh, good. I'm glad I made you laugh. It is hard not to put on gems and Wink of Stella. I mean, I could have painted the whole prairie grass with Wink of Stella. Of course. All right, because this is the one I'm going to do something else with. What would happen if I just pulled that off and I took my Wink of Stella and my bone folder, getting some of this out of the way, and just splattered a little bit. Maybe that would make me happier. Let's see. Oh, it's a very, okay, I don't know you can see this. There's a very subtle splashing. Okay, I like that better. I think any bow jig would work. I really like the one that's just a solid piece of wood with holes drilled in it. This one I bought, it was like $10, and it was sawed, so it's got some interest. I think the key is how far apart are the holes. So the holes are drilled about ½ an inch apart. And this middle one is an inch, or close to it. And I think, now this one, these two are a little closer. I don't know, I think it's the even spacing of the holes. And I think ½ an inch with having that one in the middle with an inch is a good spacing. It is for me anyway. Okay, as long as we're playing, and I can't resist. And so no more need to laugh that there's no sparkle on it, because now there's sparkle. Oh, I did a better job on this one. Lovely sparkle. Love sparkle. I'm still not going to put gems on it. But as long as it's got a little something, that makes me happy. Can you guys, can we catch this in the light with the sparkle? It's not overdone. I exercised some self-control, which is not something I always do. Okay. Now I've got my little bow. And I think I'm going to put it on right down here. Or here. With a glue dot. Oh, here's a public service announcement. I had some glue dots. My friend on Orcas Island that I went and picked up her supplies from because of her health, she wasn't able to craft. And we gave them away, and it all worked out wonderfully, and I've got many happy friends. Oh, you don't think it needs a bow? I thought it needed something. It looks a little plain to me. Less plain with Wink of Stella. Okay, so what's the consensus? Yes or no? Yes or no to the bow? And then I'll tell you my story. Well, I would, of course, cut those off a bit. I went up to the cabin, and one of the things in her supplies that she gave away was a box of the old glue dots. And I was so excited because I liked the way the old glue dots were rolled. And so I ran out of my glue dots and I pulled those out and started using them, only to find out that glue dots lose their stickiness. I don't know how old these were. I mean, I think they were pretty old, but I had glue dots that didn't work. And it was very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. How about at the top? Just at the corner of the frame. Nah, I don't like that. I don't dislike it, but I don't really like it. Maybe just right here. Okay, you wouldn't either, Hillary. Okay. Then I'll skip the bow. I will just save it for another day. And I'll destickify it with the oils on my hand. I definitely didn't like the knot on this one. And it actually doesn't look too bad. It's just a little sticky. So we will destickify it with the embossing buddy. If you did that on black, it would, or a dark color, it would show. But on basic beige, it doesn't show at all. So here's our card. Here's the card I'm going to make later and finish up. And now let's work on the inside and the envelope. So I am just using, since I've got the memento out, I'm just going to use that. Although I think it would look really nice in the early espresso. Okay. I do not know how I made such a mess on my table already. There we are. And Kamaku, you're not alone, I'm here for you. I like that. It wasn't that one. Is it this one? It is. I will say, oh, I'm glad you like the colors. I do too. I just think this designer series paper is so pretty. Lori used the one with sunflowers on it. That was gorgeous last weekend. I will say that I will see how straight this stamps first. The one thing about photopolymer stamps that I love the most is how nicely they stamp. You can see through them. Oh, that's not bad. I did a good job of mounting that one. It looked straight when I would put it down. Okay. Let's just take this and put it on the bottom for a change. There we are. I do like this particular sentiment. And we will just use we will close this first. Ink pads are dangerous, if you ask me. Although it wasn't blue, so there was less of a chance of me making a mess. I was watching a video the other night of somebody putting together a card, and she did a great job of changing it. But her card was portrait, and her inside that she had prepared was landscape. She did a good job of fixing it. She just cut it down and it all fit in. So we've got a good inside and our outside, and now we need a pretty envelope. And what I was thinking, instead of designer series paper, I think the prairie grass is a little bit large. So I just thought I would stamp it. Well, may I say that Rex has seen something outside, and he is just as animated as I've ever seen him. So let me stamp this off. I'll put this here. And I'm going to do another one. I need something to stamp off on, though. At a little bit lower. Oh, darn. Well, when it comes to envelopes, I don't worry too much about that. Okay. Let's see if I can use my little sand eraser and get some of that off. I could always put a label on it with the address and just cover that up. Although that's not too bad. I might work on it just a little bit more. But that's our card for today. I'm going to go let Rex outside, and then we'll look at the kit. Rex, come on. There you go. Alrighty, here we are. One card, two cards done, and one card for me to finish. And I'm just going to push things out of the way, which makes an even bigger mess. But let's look at the suite here. I do have some happy mail, but I think I'll save it till next week, when I have more of the Cat's Meow Team swap cards. Okay. I really didn't open this. I didn't even take the plastic off. Set those over there. I'm going to move I can put the stamps I used face down on my chamois. So they're out of the way and we won't get black all over everything. That's my goal, not getting black all over everything. Okay, here's the stamp set. I saw a tip the other day that I am going to implement. And I did with one stamp set that I put together, is to cut a piece of 5x7 basic white. I'm not going to do that with this, but it comes with the Secret C. I'm going to use the Memento since it's right here. And take your stamps, because you know with the photopolymer, they're on backwards and they're hard to read. Okay. Then because they're on the backing here, you can just take them and stamp them onto your cardstock. Then if this were the prairie grass, you can take it, slip it in here, and your photopolymers are sitting here with their backwards names, and you've got the right positioning, but with something that you can actually read. So I thought that was brilliant. Okay. Absolutely brilliant. Probably didn't need to do it with these, and I will wash them off in a bit. But there's the sentiments. Hello, sunshine. The happy birthday. Thanks so much. I like that. Anytime you can put block letters and printing with a nice font, I think it is such a pretty look. Thinking of you, but to and from, and wishing you the best. So those are nice sentiments. I like that. Oh, I'm glad you like that idea too. I thought it was a great one. Okay. I am now somewhat confused because I don't know what this is. Oh, let's find out. Looks like a box of some kind. I know what this is. Won't this be handy? Let's see. This must go down. It's got a score mark. It's got tape. And it's got dividers. It's like a little caddy for your desk. I think I could make good use of this. This is fantastic. Yay. Yes, it's an organizer. And I think that would look really nice on my desk instead of my green box with all kinds of little things stuck in it over the side. Okay. That is cool. And then we'll see what's in here. Okay, these need to go in and stay in there. Pretty cutouts. Some shells and flowers. Very pretty. This was on top of it. Don't want to lose. I want to keep them in order. More bits and pieces look like little rainbows. A starburst. And this looks like corals. And then the circles. So that's cool. As long as I'm going from the bottom, let's continue. Aw. I've got 2 card bases in Secret C, the same pattern as the organizer. Oh, nice tags for sentiments. Some with flags and some with more labeling. 2 plain crumb cake. And that looks like basic beige. That's going to be fun. Here's must be where the rainbows go. And petal pink. Is this Lost Lagoon, do you think? I just ordered the kit. I obviously didn't pay attention to what was in it. Love it when I get dimensionals. This must be to go behind labels. We will see when it happens. And then nice envelopes. Kind of a cool idea to have a place built in to write your notes. And then little circles. So that's going to be fun. I'll put that back. Looks like, doesn't look basic beige. It looks more vanilla-ish to me. A Secret C spot. So I should probably turn that upside down. And then a block When I first started getting paper pumpkins, and they came with these glue dot thingies, I absolutely hated them. And I threw a lot of them away and just used I still use my tape runner when I'm crafting if I can. But now I have come to really appreciate these. They're the perfect glue dots, and some of them are smaller than others, which I love. And of course, you've got to have some bling. These are sequins, so they're really flat. These are not sequins, so they're a little bit raised, but they're not raised a lot. So that's good. I have become a fan of sequins and not having them raised. So that's the kit for World Card Making Day. I am looking forward to it. I always like it when someone does the planning and I can just follow the directions without having to think too much. You have to think a little bit because sometimes things need a little bit more. Maybe they need a layer, an extra matte layer under it. Okay, I think that's it. We're almost at an hour. Getting close. So I hope you enjoyed the card. I enjoyed being able to chat with you. I also enjoyed being able to slow down a little bit instead of talk a mile a minute. I didn't realize I was doing that last week until I went to listen to a little bit of it as I was looking up for the names to draw for the winners of the card kits. And I thought, oh, somebody just chatted away as fast as she could. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You're welcome. It was fun. I loved it today. It was good to see you. And until I see you next week, happy crafting and enjoy the lovely weather, which I hope you have. I think we're going to have possible rain on Sunday. Anyway, thank you. Bye-bye. See you next